may panibagong harassment na naman mga kababayan na ginawa sa atin yung China. Di ano niya, Mr. Maravillas? Lusubin na natin. Relax lang po. Tuloy lang tayo sa pag-practice, balikatan. Yung strategy po ng China, talagang pinaiinit yung ating ulo. Kaya, kalma. Dapat ganun po yung strategy natin. At lagi natin iisipin mga kababayan that sabi nga ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, this is a David and Goliath situation. And yun naman niya, kung ano nangyari nung panahon ni David and ni Goliath. Panalo si Goliath, si David, ginamitan lang po ng sling. Di ba, mga kababayan? Timbuang po si Goliath na isang higante po na Palestino. At mayabang, hindi na po nakalapit si Goliath. You know the story. So ito yung aabutin mga kababayan ng China na napakayabang po at talagang gustong ubusin ang ating pasensya. Ayan po, Chinese ship harasses Philippine vessel near Pag-asa. Playtest po ito, mga kababayan. Di ano niya yung ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, Mr. Maravillas. Yung ating Pangulong Bongbong, nagre-recover po sa kanyang trangkaso with the First Lady. But work from home po siya, mga kababayan. And closely monitoring sa situation po. At alam naman natin na may mga kausap na siya. Ito yung balita ngayon mga kababayan. Sa Manila Times, Marcos wants multi-mission ready army. Yan sabi po ni Gibo Teodoro, yung ating defense secretary. At yung ating bansa ay tuloy-tuloy sa pag-engage sa ating mga kaibigang bansa sa mundo para ihanda ang security dito po sa West Philippine Sea. Ayan po, mga kababayan ng mga balita dito. Ranking diplomats from the Philippines, the United States and Japan met in Tokyo Thursday to conduct talks in preparation for the upcoming trilateral meeting among the three countries' leaders amid threats to peace and security in the Indo-Pacific. So makikita ninyo mga kababayan ang agresibo na mga aksyon, activities ng ating pamahalaan para i-counter yung mga aksyon, mga kababayan ng China dito sa ating, dito po sa West Philippine Sea. So yun ang mga developments, mga kababayan dito sa ating bansa. Now, overseas, siguro may marami sa ating mga kababayan ay humahanga sa royal family ng Britain. Kasi parang kwentong fairy tale lang. Ngayon, gusto kong ipaabot sa inyo din itong mga balitang ito kasi ito ngayon ang umuukupa sa mga headlines ng mainstream media. Yung naging announcement po ni Kate Middleton, na-diagnose kasi siya po mga kababayan na may cancer. Ito yung nakakalungkot na announcement mga kababayan. Yan Kate Middleton announces that she has cancer. Catherine, Princess of Wales, announces cancer diagnosis. Yan yung kanyang announcement po at makikita ninyo sa kanyang latest video. Medyo tumanda siya bigla at pumayat po. At yung announcement niya, di ba, last month yata yon, si King Charles na-diagnose din na may prostate cancer siya. Yung mga royals po, tinamaan ng sakit na cancer. Ito ang balita dito. Kate Middleton, King Charles, and Sarah Ferguson all have cancer in unprecedented royal family crisis. So yun mga kababayan ang mga balita na yumanig sa mundo ngayon. Kasi siyempre sila po yung mga rich and famous and powerful in the world. Talagang hinahangaan ng napakaraming tao sa buong mundo. Kasi yung buhay nila bilang mga princess and kings para lang sa fairy tale mga kababayan. Di ba? But before ko ibigay sa inyo yung mga kwentong yan po, click subscribe muna dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa at sa buong mundo. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video at huwag na rin po ninyo na skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng Bagong Pilipinas. Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international. And bills payment for Meralco bills, Aleco bills para dito sa mga Tagalbay, PLDT, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Gilon Maravillas, contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Na-set up na rin po yung aming mga brand new gym equipments. May treadmill na rin po kami. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. iGlow Serum. Galing pong South Korea. Negosyo siya ng aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. Whitening po siya. Tingnan nyo yung epekto sa kanya. Sa mga inquiries po, dumiritso na lang kayo sa kanyang messenger, Riz Maravillas. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapay po sa mga pulses and affected area. Mainam po siya mga pains and paninigas na mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, mga kababayan, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Ningxia Red Mix Fruit Drink. Hindi man po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. O yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiritso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa mga kababayan, ayos na ayosan niya Mr. Maravillas. So balikan natin muna yung mga kwento dito sa atin tungkol sa pang-aaboso, tuloy-tuloy na pang-aaboso, harassment nitong mga barkada ni Maudigs. Ito pong China. Kasi niya Mr. Maravillas na-involved din talaga ng secret deal. Yan nga pa, isabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, kung mayroon man anya na mga ganon na napag-usapan, I rescind it. Unang-una po, that is unconstitutional. Mandato ng bawat Pangulo, mga kababayan, to defend the Constitution. So ito yung mga latest na balita ngayon. Sabi nga natin mga kababayan, purposely talagang ayaw tayong tantanan to weaken our resolve. Yun ang objective nila nitong mga Chinese. Iniinis tayo. Huwag tayong padadala sa kanilang mga taktika, mga kababayan. So ito siya. Sabi dyan, more than a dozen Chinese vessels tried to block a Philippine Coast Guard ship escorting marine scientists on the way to Pag-asa Island in the West Philippine Sea. Yung mga marine scientists naman natin, yung piniperwisyo nila. Kasi madidiscover mga kababayan yung kanilang mga pagsira sa marine resources because of this unabated activities dyan po sa West Philippine Sea. So ito siya, mga kababayan, yung picture na pinadala courtesy ng Philippine Coast Guard. Sabi dyan, in this handout frame grab video footage on March 21 and received from the Philippine Coast Guard on March 22 shows a Chinese Coast Guard ship maneuvering past a Philippine Coast Guard ship near Sandy Cay Reef, near the Philippines held Taito Island and Spratly Islands in the disputed South China Sea. The Philippine Coast Guard on March 22 accused Chinese vessel of dangerous maneuvers as it attempted to block Filipino scientists from reaching a reef in the South China Sea. Ang nakakalungkot niya kasi Mr. Maravillas, during the past administration, pati yung Philippine Coast Guard, na-infiltrate ng mga Chinese nationals kasi inayaan mismo, ni-recruit ng Coast Guard. Tinanggal na po yung 36 Chinese nationals, ginawang mga auxiliary brigade kasi nagbibigay daw ng donation. Kaya naman pala niya Mr. Maravillas, may advance information yung mga Chinese Navy kung kailan re-resupply mission yun. Yung ating mga Coast Guard and Navy, alam na alam kung kailan magsasagawa ng resupply mission doon sa mga naka-detail na mga sundalo natin sa BRP Sierra Madre. Kasi may nakatanim. Tanim Chino. Na mga Chinese nationals mismo, pinapasok ng Coast Guard as auxiliary brigade. Yung mga auxiliary brigade po, allowed sila na magsuot ng uniform ng Coast Guard. What? Kaya nga po, kailangan talaga yung malalim na investigasyon na dala sa donation po, yung ating Philippine Coast Guard. Kaya sabi ko po, tulad ng sinabi ni Congressman Asidri ng Tingog Party List, heads must roll. Kailangan may mga managot. Kung sino man yung nag-authorize mga kababayan, that of all races, pinili nila 36 Chinese nationals ang mag-serve as auxiliary brigade ng Philippine Coast Guard. Nang panahon po niya, 2 years ago. Kaya asa pa kayo na hindi ma-intercept, embedded mismo. May mga Chinese, tanim Chinese, itinanim. At ang nagtanim, Coast Guard mismo. Kaya kahit mag-deny po kayo na hindi man na niya yan mga spies, walang maniwala po sa inyo. Sinalaula ninyo mismo yung operations ng ating national security. Kinompromise ninyo. Tingnan ninyo dyan, baka mayroon pa, kaya may advance information mismo, yung mga Chinese, kung kailan maglalayag tayo. Ito, in-intercept uli mga kababayan. Hinaras. So sabi dyan mga kababayan sa balita, retired United States Air Force Colonel Ray Powell, Director of Sea Light, a maritime transparency project that monitors and reports activities in the South China Sea, said the crowding of the BRP Sindangan by 15 Chinese ships was monitored by satellite on Thursday, March 21. Powell identified one of the ships as China Coast Guard or CCG 5204. Malamang may mga spies talaga. Yung mga Chinese mga kababayan, alam nila yung galawan ng ating Coast Guard, Navy, pati ng ating mga scientists po, marine scientists, may nagbibigay ng information papunta niya doon. Ang mission niya ganito. Pero may ibang intention yan. Kaya matik po, larga agad po yung mga Chinese Coast Guard para harangin at iharas yung ating Philippine vessel. Nakita ninyo pa? Pinasok tayo po ng mga ng mga enemies. Yung enemy kasi Mr. Maravillas, nandito na sa ating bansa, matagal na, at yung ibaan niya, mga kababayan natin. Nagkipagsabuatan sa Chinese, sa China. So sabi po ni Powell, the crew of the ships were trained to take part in the direct military, paramilitary action such as the blockade of Ayungin Shoal or the enforcement of China's claimed jurisdiction over Bajo de Masinloc or Scarborough Shoal. Powell said the remainder of the Chinese ships are likely spratly backbone vessels or SBV, smaller boats that receive government subsidies to help assert Chinese sovereignty. Yung ating mga aquatic resources vessels, nandun po for environmental study, environmental impact study in the area. The study aims to determine the current state of Pag-asa case following the discovery of dead corals in Sandy Cay 2 last year. So, ayaw nilang madiscover yung kababoyan nilang ginagawa, yung distraction na kanilang ginagawa po ng ating mga corals diyan po sa paligid ng ating Pag-asa Island mismo, na ating territory. Yung Pag-asa Island po, parte siya ng municipality ng Kalayaan Island, province of Palawan. The marine scientists will also determine if the dumping of dead and crushed corals at Sandy Cay 2 was done on purpose. Powell said the Philippine vessels arrived on March 19 along with BRP Cabra, which left the following day. The arrival of another PCG ship of Escoda or Sabina Shoal prompted China to reinforce its Panganiban Mischief Reef Maritime Militia Fleet. Powell said that under the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, Pag-asa Island is covered by the 12 nautical mile territorial sea of the Philippines, which would make the presence of Chinese vessels in the area illegal. So, ganon mga kababayan, yung ginagawa ng mga Chinese sa atin. Tuloy-tuloy ang kanilang agresibong pamimirwisyo para po painain ang ating loob, mga kababayan. Tayo po sanay sa mga ganyang harassment po. At tayo, we will sustain it. Magaling po yung ating Commander-in-Chief, yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Kaya sabi ng ating Pangulo, kailangan yung ating army niya should be multi-mission ready. Ayan po. Marcos wants multi-mission ready army. President Marcos Jr. on Friday vowed to transform the Philippine Army into a multi-mission ready, cross-domain, incapable force that could readily respond to threats to the country's sovereignty. So malinaw po yung mga balikatan natin dito at mga military exercises with America and other countries, France, Australia, talagang purposely, it is designed to defend the territory from the threat. At ang threat, direktang threat mga kababayan, galing po kay Xi Jinping. In a speech read by Defense Secretary Gibo Teodoro at the Army's 127th anniversary celebration sa Tarlac, Marcos reiterated his commitment to modernize the armed forces of the Philippines. Kaya sige po yung practice ng ating mga kasundaluhan sa paggamit ng mga bagong dumating na mga gamit po, tulad ng mga howitzers, mga tangke. Yan po, sa manlulupig, hindi ka pasisihil. Kahit po yung ating mga kababaihan. Mga babae po, yung nagmamand ng tangke natin. Women on top, three women of the Philippine Army pose atop of its tanks as they and the rest of the troops put on a show of the Philippine Army's defense capabilities on its 127th anniversary in Capas, Tarlac on Friday. Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro delivered the speech on behalf of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who was unable to attend for health reasons. Natrangkaso po kasi yung ating Pangulo, pati si First Lady Lisa Marcos. But recovering na po. Pinapares lang ng counting oras po. So sabi dito, as we march onward to the bagong Pilipinas that we aspire for, we need to transform our army into a multi-mission ready, cross-domain, incapable force that can effectively thwart emerging threats to our country's stability and sovereignty. That is why we continue to boost our Army's morale, efficiency, and responsiveness through continuous capacity building initiatives, rigorous training and education activities, and other meritorious pursuits, sabi ng ating Pangulo. The President urged the Army to bolster its cybersecurity capabilities. Kasi nag-intensify sila sa pananabotahe ng ating ng cyberspace. Tumindi po yung mga hacking activities at na-trace ng ating mga authorities, mga kababayan. Ang origin po, ang location, China. So sabi ng ating Pangulo, I hope that you will adapt the lessons you have learned, the best practices you have gained from joint operations and interactions with other major services of the armed forces and other foreign defense counterparts. So, ibig sabihin, mga kababayan, multinational armies. So, we will fight to defend our sovereignty with the help of multinational armies. Army from the American forces, from the Australian forces, Japanese, French, German, in other countries na ang tawag po, like-minded nations na nire-respeto po ang desisyon ng United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea or UNCLOS. Kasi po, lahat ng bansa kinikilala po yung UNCLOS natin. Ang hindi lang po kumikilala si Xi Jinping kasi may sarili siyang batas. Yung tinatawag niyang 10-dash line. Wala man pong kumikilala doon. Sila lang. You see? So sabi dyan, Marcos said, there is a need to defend the country's territory since the threat has grown. It's dangerous, Anya, for one to think in terms of when something goes wrong. We'll run to Big Brother. That's not the way we treat it at all. We do this because we feel that we have to do it. We want to do everything we possibly can together with our partners and allies to avoid the situation. This is not poking the bear. We're trying to quiet the opposite. What we're trying to do, quiet the opposite, sabi po niya. Yan yung sabi niya, mga kababayan, sa interview sa kanya, exclusive ng Bloomberg. So, panalangin natin, mga kababayan, ang ating Pangulo na makarecover na agad with the First Lady, Lisa Marcos. And we pray for the President na bigyan pa siya ng lakas at wisdom sa kanyang mga pagdidesisyon. O ngayon, dito po tayo sa big news from the royal family na bumigla sa mga maraming mamamayan sa buong mundo. Kasi siyempre, sikat na sikat po ang royal family. Maraming humahanga sa royal family. And with this news, siyempre, maraming nabigla at nalungkot. Na-diagnose po si Catherine, Princess of Wales, na may cancer po siya. Breaking, Catherine, Princess of Wales, announced on Saturday that she has been diagnosed with cancer and stated that she is in the early stages of chemotherapy. So, kahit nga po ako, nalungkot ako sa balitang ito kasi bata pa. Isa naman na 43 yata siya, 43 years old pa lang. Maliliit pa nga yung mga anak niya. Yung lumabas siya, mga kababayan, sa video ito para i-announce yung kanyang sakit. Makikita ninyo sa kanyang mukha. Sickly po siya. At pumayat po siya, mga kababayan. Tumanda bigla, mga kababayan, si Kate. At yung royal family. Lahat sila, mga kababayan, ngayon nasa matinding kalungkutan kasi 3 sa kanila po ang na-diagnose ng cancer po. Sabi nga dito sa balita, this is unprecedented royal family crisis. Remember, Kate Middleton, King Charles, and Sarah Ferguson all have cancer in unprecedented royal family crisis. Remember, Kate Middleton is the latest member of the royal family to share a difficult diagnosis. On Friday, the Princess of Wales, 42 pala, bata pa, 42 years old, announced that she is undergoing preventive chemotherapy after being diagnosed with cancer following her major abdominal surgery in January. The procedure was followed by a 13-day hospitalization before the mother of 3 was allowed to return home and continue her recovery. Kaya pala nangayayat mga kababayan, biglang tumanda. Siyempre, pag may sakit ka, ganun talaga. Ako nga siguro napansin ninyo, mga kababayan last year, hindi ko man po ina-announce sa inyo kasi hindi ko ugali na ipaalam ko pa sa inyo yung crisis na aking kinakaharap. Nagkasakit po din ako last year. Kaya kung napansin po ninyo, numipis yung mukha ko. Last year, pero ngayon bumalik na po tumaba uli ako. Ngayon, may mga nakapansin, nagre-react, Mr. Maravillas, nangangayayat ka niya. May sakit ka ba? Hindi ko man po sinasagot. Nagpagaling na lang po ako, mga kababayan. And sa tulong ng ating Panginoong may kapal, ng ating Panginoong Hesukristo, pinagaling niya po ako. And here I am now, on top of health. Di ba? Ayos na naman po. Kaya nga po, nagmabalitaan natin yung pagkakasakit ng royal family. Inalungkot din tayo. Talagang sapagkat tayo ay tao lamang. Di ba? Lahat ng tao nagkakasakit mga kababayan. Pag dumating na yung ating Panginoong Hesukristo, aalisin niya itong lahat ng sakit, pati yung pag-aaway ng mga bansa. But meantime mga kababayan, this is the reality of life. Sabi rito, the surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventive chemotherapy and I am now in the early stages of that treatment. Sabi po niya sa video message. The diagnosis makes Princess Kate the third member of the royal family to be diagnosed with cancer in as many months. Nauna na po nag-announce si King Charles. May prostate po siya. Prostate cancer. So sabi dyan, 1 week, sabi dyan, the same day that the princess abdominal surgery was announced, Buckingham Palace revealed that King Charles 75 was seeking treatment for an enlarged prostate. The monarch visited his daughter-in-law at the London Clinic, the hospital where she had surgery before his own procedure. The king left the private hospital following a 3-day stay on January 29. 1 week later, Buckingham Palace announced that King Charles had cancer, which was discovered when the king underwent his prostate procedure. So, ganon mga kababayan yung mga malungkot na balita na pinagdadaanan ngayon ng royal family. So, sabi rito, it's understood that King Charles personally informed his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, as well as the other family members before Buckingham Palace made the public announcement. In January, a representative for Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, age 64, shared she had been diagnosed with skin cancer naman po. Sabi dyan, following her diagnosis with an early form of breast cancer this summer, Sarah, Duchess of York, has now been diagnosed with malignant melanoma. The statement read, yan po siya mga kababayan. According to the spokesperson, the Duchess of York had several moles removed and analyzed by a dermatologist while she was undergoing reconstructive surgery following her mastectomy. Subsequently, one of the moles was identified as cancerous daw. She is undergoing further investigations to ensure that this has been caught in the early stages daw. Her representative explained at the time. Clearly, another diagnosis so soon after treatment for the breast cancer has been distressing. But the Duchess remains in good spirits. So yun mga kababayan ang krisis na kinakaharap ngayon ng royal family. So makikita ninyo po na tayo dito sa mundo as human beings, mayaman, mahirap, ordinary people, princess and kings, pari-parihas po ang mga posibleng kakaharapin natin. May kanya-kanya tayong laban sa buhay, mga kababayan. So, pakinggan natin ang naging statement mismo ni Kate Middleton, mga kababayan. Ito siya. Yung kanyang short statement po.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment. This, of course, came as a huge shock, and William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay. As I've said to them, I am well and getting stronger every day by focusing on the things that will help me heal in my mind, body and spirits. Having William by my side is a great source of comfort and reassurance too, as is the love, support and kindness that has been shown by so many of you. It means so much to us both. We hope that you'll understand that as a family, we now need some time, space and privacy while I complete my treatment. My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
So yan po, mga kababayan, na pakinggan ninyo yung message ni Catherine, Princess of Wales. Official announcement niya mismo sa kanyang pagka-diagnose po ng cancer. Pero sabi niya, nasa early stages pa man lang po. O po yung page ni Kate Middleton, nag-post po siya ng prayer. A prayer for Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Wales. Gracious God, we pray for the continued recovery of the Princess of Wales, for her husband and for their family. Grant them and to all who are affected by sickness, faith, hope, and the knowledge of your love. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. So, yan po yung post niya mismo sa kanyang page, Kate Middleton, 2 hours ago. So, yan po, mga kababayan, yung mga balita. Medyo malungkot. But, dapat ma-realize natin na ito talaga yung tinatawag na the harsh realities of life. Sabi nga, bad things happen to good people. Kahit yung mga kilala nating mga sikat, mayayaman, just like the royal family, powerful, nakaka-experience sila ng ganyan. Like illness, disaster, or tragedy, or crime. That is the harsh reality of life. They are not exempt from these events. Tama pa? So ipanalangin na rin po natin ang kagalingan po ng royal family at sa lahat po ng may mga sakit tulad ng sinabi po ni Kate Middleton sa buong mundo. Tama pa? So, ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.